What's happening, AJ? What's up, Devrin? What's up with you? Hope I said that right. Y'all know I be tearing people names up, man. You feel me? So, yeah, that I think that Omarion got me. If y'all, I went live. What's up, Tiffany? I went live earlier when I was going to give myself the self swab. Man, that's cruel and unusual punishment, man. Mm. But dig it. What I'm gonna do for this one right here? I'm just sharing some strategies that I've been back testing in paper trading. And for anybody that don't know the difference between back testing and paper trading, back testing is when you go back through old data and look for and trade that setup. What's happening? Time for change. Trade that setup, and paper trading is when you trade that setup in real time. In real time, along with the market, right? That's paper trading. Back testing is going back and using it on old sessions, and paper trading is using it in a live session, but using monopoly money. So I took a couple sim trades today. I took one off of Lex strategy that she called melting butter. I've been trying to perfect this strategy. You know what I'm saying? It's been working out pretty good. I haven't implemented it live yet because I'm still, you know what I'm saying, I'm still practicing it. I got my strategy that I the only one that I trade live is the liquidity run reversal. You know what I'm saying? It's similar to the melting butter, but I'm gonna be honest. I like the melting butter a little bit better than the liquidity run reversal. I really like that melting butter, but I haven't perfected it yet. So I'm gonna keep doing that, but I ain't gonna run my mouth too much. I'm gonna jump over here to the desktop and get right into it. As y'all can see, we starting to come up on the day. A nice little reversal day. When I came back here earlier, we was way down here somewhere, but we were reversing on the day. I hope we just go sideways for a while till we get a catalyst to take back off to new highs. Cause right now, I ain't convinced we in no man's land right now, as the cousin Zay say. we at the point where we need the market to show us what it's gonna do. But let me start running my mouth and jump into Nint. See, it done blasted off since last time I came back here. Cause when I took the other trade, it was right around here. This was like the 13-point trade here, I think it was right there, and then I took a 17-point trade over here. Before you went into futures, did you use the ICT concept on options for the SPY? Yes, yes. It's the same concept because the reason why it's the same concept for the SPY is because the SPY and the ES move tick for tick. They move in tandem. So everything that I see teaching as far as that you can use on the ES, I use it on the SPY also because they move tick for tick. I haven't tested these strategies on any other stocks or ETFs, but I know it worked for the SPY because the ES and the SPY move tick for tick. Is futures and options the same? What exactly is the difference? Okay, futures and options are different because the futures you trade in contracts based off of the future value of that instrument. You're trading off the future value of the S&P 500, the future value of the Nasdaq, the future value of the Dow. So it's like you're trading contracts based off of the future value of it, and they don't have any deltas. There's no theta, there's no gamma, there's no delta, there's no what's the names, SPX, the same thing. ES, SPX, they all the same thing. The ESs are the futures, the SPY is the ETF, and the SPX are the options. All of them for the S&P 500. They all the same thing. They all move tick for tick in tandem. So whatever the ES do, you can use it on what's the name. And then so the future, and then but futures, they derivatives. They are derivatives of the underlying assets. So they got all these other, you know what I'm saying, Greeks and stuff that's involved with it that affect the price of it. The futures, they got a base price that they pay per tick per point. You know what I'm saying? That's it. No matter what. This how much you gonna make per tick per point. With the options, you got all these other things involved in the derivatives of like how much is worth in time, how much is worth this. The futures is tick for tick. And with futures, you got to get it right. You got to get the direction right. Because if it go against you, you know what I'm saying? It goes against you immediately. It ain't no leeway when it come to futures. And with futures, you can lose more money than you actually got in your account if you don't use a stop loss. With options, you go in, you know how much money you risking. You say, okay, I'm risking. If I put $500 up on options, I can only use $500. But with futures, if you put up $500 to trade one ES contract, you can lose more than $500 if you don't have a stop loss in place. So you can lose more money than you put up to trade that contract. With options, you can't lose more money than you put up. It'll just go to zero and that's it. With futures, if you don't have a stop loss, it'll keep going until you run out of money in your brokerage account. Yeah, Greeks, no Greeks. It's Greeks and no Greeks, but it get a little bit deeper than that. Thanks. So futures pay more than compared to options. I mean, it can pay more, but it's not necessarily about how much it's pay. It's about getting the strategy down and perfecting self control. That's what it's about. Uh, yeah, it can be scary. Can we do a collab one day? Raven Wise. Who is that? Spice? Raven Wise? Is that Spice? Spice, is your name Wise? The Raven look familiar. If you enter correctly and X correctly, you good. Yeah. Whoever it is, they talking like Spice. I don't know if that is Spice, but they talking like Spice. Yeah, that's her. Shout out Spice. Spice, she's a far better trader than me. Y'all need to link up with her if you want to learn how to trade for real. But let me break down these two trades that I was paper trading. Like I say, I learned one of them from Lex. She texted me the setup one day. She was like, this the setup, this what you need to look for. And then after that, I just went back and started calling, Lex a horrible teacher. She just give you the base. Nah, I just playing. Shout out Learn with Lex. But all she did, she just text. She was like, Tim, it need to make a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, break the low, and then you enter. That's all she said. If I could show you the text messages on the screen, I'd show it to you. That's all she said. But I went back and figured it out. And then it's another one that ICT showed me. So I'm gonna show you the one I took with Lex. It like coming from here. We ran these lows right here. Let me change it to the arrow. Right, these lows right over here. We ran these lows right here. Right. Once we ran these lows, we came up. We made a swing high, swing low. Made another swing high, swing low. That's two. Made a third swing high, breaking that one, and then we came down and we broke the lowest low. That's when I started looking for the entry right around here, and that's the melting butter setup. I'm gonna break down what I think I got 17 points because I put my target. My target was to here. That was my target. As you can see, it went much lower. It actually went much lower, but that was my target. I wasn't being greedy. I don't be greedy when I be trading futures. Sim trading or live trading, I don't be greedy. I know my target. I know my entry and I know my target, right? And then the other setup that I'm gonna show you the breakdown on is I learned from ICT, right? Same thing. We came up here. We was making these higher highs, right? And then when we came, if you see here, when we came and we broke these lows right here. Once we broke these lows right here, this very next candle, we made a fair value gap right there from here to here. We made a fair value gap from here to here. So I was looking to make my entry right around this level. And if I put the line on there, see right there, I was looking to make the entry right here. And as you can see, the entry came over here. And then this was my target, this swing low right here. That swing low right there, that was my target there. And both of the trades actually worked out today. But I'm fun to jump in here and break it down and go through so you can see it. Do y'all want me to I appreciate you answering my question. I truly appreciate folks blow people off. Oh no, I ain't blowing nobody off. I'm out here. I'm sharing this stuff for the free ski whiskey, free 99. How can I contact you and ask you a couple questions? Oh, you talking to Spicy? The greatest Ray. Tim Nice too. He be humble. Now I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Spice. I don't know too much. I don't know too much at all. So dig it. Um, and y'all already know the lunchtime lessons. Most people still at their 9 to 5. So the lunchtime lessons don't be real thick, but y'all make sure y'all share it with the cousins and let them know that the lunchtime lesson out there, so they can come back and get this if they want to add it to their arsenal. Um, I think I'm gonna do this one in playback. I'm gonna go in playback and break this one down so I can show it to you. So I can show it to you. I'm gonna do this one in playback so I can show it to you. Uh, I just do the ES. It don't matter. ES, MES, it don't matter. They move the same. Only difference is you want to know which one you trading live, cause the ES costs $500 margin to trade a contract, and it pay 12.50 per tick. Yeah, 12.50 per tick, and the MES is $50 per contract, and it pay $1.25 per tick. Uh, let me uh, let me where we at? Am I? Oh, that's the. I'm gonna download the MES because I was on the MES screen, so I'm gonna download the MES. Let me download the MES. Load. Get historical data. And for anybody who don't know how to back test on NinjaTrader, this pretty much what you do. You go up to tools, historical data, click on the load tab, get market replay data, select your instrument. I'm going to the MES for the March delivery. Then I'm gonna look at today, and then you hit download. Then you see right there it says download and MES data. Boom, now it's downloaded. Now let me mark this real quick before I go, cause we're looking at this was the area. I'll mark this so I won't be lost when I get into playback mode. You know what? It may not keep these rectangles. I may be wasting my time right now. It may not keep these rectangles. But just in case it does, I'm going to put it there. Because a lot of times when you jump into playback mode, it won't keep the rectangles. All right. Now let me jump into playback mode. So what you got to do once you download it, you got to go into connection and disconnect from your live data, and then log connect to your playback data. Then you'll get this playback. You get this playback screen right here. Um, I use NinjaTrader for futures. Appreciate that, Spice. And you can use just about anything that let you trade futures, but I like NinjaTrader because they got like the best. They got about the best rate on margin requirements. 500 for ES, 1,000 for ZB, 1,000 for NQ, $50 for MES. Um, that's all I be looking at, so I don't know the rest. But they got about the best day margins than anybody. Cause on my trading view, I mean trade station, my trade station costs like 17. It's like 17 something, 1,700. It's either 1,700 or 17,000 to trade ES. I can't remember, but anyway, it's way more money. So that's why I want to be thinking about it. So I'm gonna go to February 4th. Uh, Hit play. Let me zoom forward. I'm gonna get to like market open time. All right, so 9:42. That's good. 9:49 a.m. All right. Did it keep my boxes? No, it didn't keep my boxes. It took my boxes off. Let's see what happens if I switch. It didn't keep my boxes. Oh well, that's all gravy. So here we go. This is what we're looking at. I got it playing. I got it playing in real time. Let me kind of speed it up a little bit. So here we go. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at how we came down and we broke these lows right here. Let me make a little line. Horizontal line. Boom. We came down and we broke these lows here. Right. Let me hide my white line there. That white line, if for anybody who don't know what that white line for me, that's where we closed at yesterday, but I'm just hiding it to get it off the screen so not to create confusion. Right? So while this is ticking away, let me switch over to the other thing to show you exactly what the setup looked like. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Whack 'em. Okay, so on the setup, the what's the name for the I'll be leaning way low, trying to get my camera together. All right, so for the melting butter, right? We looking for it to go up like this right here, make a high, come down, right? Make a high, come down, make a high, right? And then you want it to come down and break this most recent low. And when it trades back up to here, you're looking to enter there. It might peak above or whatever, but that's where you're looking to enter to take it low, right? And your first target will be there, second target will be there, third target will be there, however you want to do it. But that's the setup, right? 1, 2, 3 highs, break the most recent low, break low, right? You break the most recent low, and when you trade back up into that low, you're looking to enter right there, right? That's where you're looking to enter. That's the melting butter setup that I learned from Lex, right? I know it ain't pretty, but that's the melting butter I learned from Lex. Uh-oh. All right. Melting butter. Right? So one more time. Make a high. Right? You go up, you make a high, come back down. That low stay up there. You make a high, come down. That low stay up. If that low don't come back down there, you make a third high. And when you make that third high, when you break the most recent low of this high, you break the most recent low of going up to that third high. When it trades back up into it, that's where you're looking to enter right there and take it short. That's the melting butter setup. I really like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it more than my liquidity run reversal. Did I stop hitting play? I'm like, why these not moving? Because I stopped hitting play. All right, so, and then the other setup, right? The other setup is just like the melting butter. Matter of fact, it's it's just like this. And I took both of them off of this same leg right here. This same leg. And so what the difference is between the melting butter and the other setup that I don't have a name for, once you break this most recent low right here, once you break that, what you're looking for is for the candle that broke this most recent low to make, all right, let me draw it over here again, right? So we go high, come down, high, come down, high, right? And when you come down here and you break that, right, what you're looking for is you're looking for a fair value gap to form on the very next candle after you break this low. So you're looking for a fair value gap to form like once this very next candle open, you're looking for a fair value gap to form anywhere in here. Right? You're looking for a fair value gap to form anywhere in there. And then what you want for this to, however before it go down, you want it to trade back up into this fair value gap. And once it trade back up and close this gap, you're looking to take it short, right? And this one here, sometime it yield a small, this one here, you know, it just depends on what time frame you're looking at it on. Sometimes it'll give you a big run. Sometimes it'll just give you a short run. But I'm still testing this one out. So y'all can, you know what I'm saying, you can add it to your repertoire if you want to. Now I'm going to jump to the chart and show exactly, you know what I'm saying, how it play out on the chart. I follow you back. Okay. And so you're betting it will go lower once you enter. It's nah, you ain't betting. You just looking for what the market's showing you. You know what I'm saying? You and everything I do, I'm always waiting on the confirmation. Cause some people, like, once you learn the setup, you'll gain the ability to, like, just take it as the train is running towards you. But, like, until I really know a setup through and through, I always wait for the confirmation. But if I know my setup through and through, I'll take it as the train running at me. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you get a better entry. Most times you get a better entry if you take it when the train running at you. You know what I'm saying? But until I learn that setup through and through, I always wait on the confirmation. I don't bet on nothing. Uh, as soon as this is over, I'll follow you. Okay. I'm confused. Why not just buy puts? I'm talking about this right here. I'm talking about futures. If you talk about me, if you said I'm confused, why not just buy puts? Now, okay, that's a good question, right? On If you looking at the ES to make your what up, cuz? I see you in here. If you looking at the ES to make your entry on futures, when you come back, I mean, it make your entry on options when it trade back up into this area right here, right? This right here, you would just buy a put if you was trading options. Once it trade back into that area on the ES, right, or on the SPY, and when you watching the SPY, boom, you'll just buy a put and then go short. That's the area of your entry. That's why I say you can use these for the SPY. Like, I use the ES. I use the ES for my trade entries on my options. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever the ES doing, that's what the SPY or the SPX is doing. This is a way that you can get more proficient at day trade in the SPY and SPX if you learn how to read the technical analysis of the ES or the SPY, or you ain't got to watch the ES. You can just watch the SPY or the SPX. But if you learn these patterns on the SPY and SPX, I mean these setups, it'll help you be more proficient at buying your puts or your options. You know what I'm saying? I mean buying your puts or your calls. So if you was looking to sell right here on the futures on your options, you would just buy a put. If you was looking to buy right here on your option, you would just buy a call. All right. Hopefully I explained that good enough. Okay. Um, Let me see here. Okay, let's jump over to the what's the name? Let's jump over here and I'm gonna speed it up a little bit to if I can get my doggone thing off the Wacom tablet. Okay, I'm gonna speed up a little bit to get to where we break. Speed up a little bit to where we break that where we break this low. Let me see. One, two. Okay, that's two. We still need to make the third high. We ain't made the third high yet. So that's one. We made one high, two highs. Let me speed it up some more. Get it to okay, we made the third high. There we go. We made the third high. So let me slow this down. Let it run a little bit while I point these out. So let me get my do we got numbers on here? I know we got. I just use arrows. Okay. So we got one. Right? We got one. We got two. Right? And let's see when we form this third. Is this the third one here? We done broke it. Okay, we done broke. So 1, 2, 3. All right, let's see if this gonna go up or is it gonna come and break. Let's see, cause we waiting for it to come back and break the most recent low. So we got one swing high, two swing high, three swing highs that's breaking each other, and now we looking to come back. We're looking to come back and break that swing low right there, because that's the most recent swing low from this swing high right here, right? And let's see if that's the one, if that's the swing high that it is. Yep, that look like it's gonna be it, because it look like it's going down from here. Oh, we gonna make, let me see, is that the swing, is that the permanent swing high? Let me speed it up a little bit. There we go. Yep. Okay, boom. Okay, boom. Slow it back down. All right. So we broke it there. Let me slow this all the way down to 1. Right? Let me pause this real quick. Okay. I'm going to pause it. Hopefully I ain't went too far. Okay, so here we go. Oh, let me make this bigger. Why y'all ain't tell me that was so little? Why y'all ain't tell me y'all couldn't see it? Y'all should be like, Tim, we can't see that. Okay, so here we go. We got the first swing high, second swing high, third swing high. So you got 3 swing highs. You know what I'm saying? You making right here. You go higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Break the low, right? Break the most recent low, right? Now, once you break that low, right there, right? You looking to get back in. Now, this is where I look to get in at. I didn't make this strategy up, so if this ain't how it actually go, talk to Lex. But I'm looking to get in right there, right? Why am I looking to get in right there? Because this is the close of that last leg up. So I'm looking for it to revisit the close of that last leg up. If it don't come back and revisit that close, I just let it go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what Lex looked for on hers, but I learned this from her. But this is the way I trade it. Make a high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high, break most recent swing low, and I'm looking to get in at the close of this down leg before it went up on that last leg. And then let me show you what I mean by the close. If you put it on a line chart, it's more clear. See what I'm saying? Because a line chart just give you the close of the area. It don't like the wick way down here. This is where the wick is, but the line chart, see, it just show you like where it closed. So I'm looking to get in on the close, right? So what's the close of that? I think is that like, let's check the close of that candle, right? So if we check the close of this candle right here, the close of that candle, I don't know if you can see my data box over here, but the close of this candle right here is 4472. 4472.25. So that's where I'm looking to make my entry at 4472.25. Let me set that line. Oh, it's already there. All right, so 4472.25. It's already there, right? And then you say the line chart make it more simpler for you. Yeah, it do. The line chart real simple. It make it real simple. Okay, so that's what I'm looking to get in. So now this is what I was telling you about. Once you get real comfortable with a strategy, right? This green candle right here, this green candle right here is what I was talking about. Taking the trade when the train running at you. So if you like super comfortable with this strategy and you don't mind taking a little heat, right? While this green candle is trading up, soon as it get to 44, 72.50, 72.25, you will have your sell order already sitting there waiting. So that's what I mean by taking the trade as the train rushing towards you. Cause you selling, but you buying it on a green candle that's coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I wait for the confirmation. You see what I'm saying? So now that this candle has closed, right, and this candle open, right, now that this candle open, I want to see it come back down to me, right, and hopefully I ain't went too far, right, so I'm be watching when it come down to 44, when the ask come down to 44, 72.25, I'm just gonna sell the ask. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna sell the ask because I'm gonna wait for it to come back down, right? And look like I might have fast forward too much. Okay, it's going up, going up, going up. I'm trying to see if I can just stick one in right here. And see, I want to be at 25. And see how it's above me? I can go right here and I can put in a sell stop at 44.25, right? And boom, it just picked me up. That's what I was saying. Like, if you're not in a trade, and it's above you, you can put in a sell stop. And when it come down, it'll get you in the trade. Right? So this is the melting butter trade. And this is my target here. So boom, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move let me get my line. See here. This is my target here. So I want to move it up to 44.55. Boom, right there. That's my target there. And then so um like this right here is my max stop loss. Like if you was doing it as far as putting it like your stop loss would be like above this swing high right here. But this my max stop loss I'm gonna take on any trade. So I ain't gonna put it up there. I ain't gonna put it up there because that's my max I'm gonna take on any trade. So I'm not gonna move that up there. If anything, if it was like a swing high here, I would move it down to that swing high. If it was like a swing high right here, I would move it down to there to lessen my risk. But I'm not gonna increase my risk. I'm just gonna lessen my risk, right? So I'm not gonna move that, right? But I'm gonna put that this is where I'm trying to get out. That's my target right there. That's the target I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't no, on this one here, this ain't no huge, this ain't the best risk to reward setup right here. But you know what I'm saying? It actually ended up playing out pretty well. It went like way down here somewhere, but you know, and I'll go ahead and let me go ahead and speed this up. Let this run through instead of holding it like forever. And then boom. And as you can see, the weight when I took it by coming back down to me, I end up not taking any heat because I don't think I took any heat because it had already went up and then started coming back down on the confirmation. I don't think it ever went back up. You know what I'm saying? I can go back and look at it and see. And then the second one, I took it off the same setup, right? If you remember the other setup I was talking about, let me see if I can move this down here. Can I write on? I don't think I can write. I don't think I can write on the screen without taking a picture. Um, why did this go bananas like this? Okay, if you remember the other setup, what I was saying, right? Come up, make the low, high, and when you break this swing low right here, remember what I said on this very next candle, this very next green candle, you want to look for it to make a fair value gap. And here you go right here. Here's your fair value gap once it break. So boom, there to there. There's your gap right there. There's your fair value gap. And so what you're looking for it to come back up into this fair value gap, right? And so I'm looking for it to fill this fair value gap. And then the place I'm looking to make my entry on this right here, right, is either at the close of this last leg down before it V'd up and went down. I'm either looking to enter at the close or enter at the fair value gap. So that's where I'm looking to get in at, right? So I'm gonna wait for it to come up and see if we come up to the close, or I'm gonna wait to see if we come up to the top of the fair value gap, and then I'm gonna look for my entry on there. And let's speed this up because it might take some time for it to come back. Okay, boom. All right, we getting it. We into the fair value gap now. We here in the fair value gap, but we ain't made it up. We ain't made it up yet. We ain't made it up yet. Come on. Let's keep going. I got it on like 500. Oh, I just missed it. I just missed it. That was it right there. I had it going too fast. It was going too fast. Let me see if I can back it up just a little bit. 11:57. 11:57. Nope, that's not far enough back. Okay. Let me slow it down. Okay, let me slow it down. Let me slow it down. All right, so boom, here we go. So, all right, we gonna trade up, and where we going in at? We got 48.25, and what's the top of this right here? The top of this right here is I just missed it. Looking down. But y'all get it. Y'all get it. 48.7. So we came up here. We traded into it. And then we came back down. And then we sold down. I keep looking away. I don't feel like rewinding no more. But those are two setups right there. I took both of them. Y'all see the way it go. I don't feel like rewinding it no more. But y'all see where it go. Let me see. We got any questions? Let me go. I'm gonna go back to camera only to see if we got any questions. Let me see. The line chart. Yeah, I saw that. I wonder how fast all this happened in real time and how quick you have to buy. It depends on the if you're looking at the 2 minute chart, I'll be looking at the 2 minute chart, 2 minute or 5 minute chart. That's the one I look at for like the melting butter. It presents itself for me. I like to look for it on a 2 minute chart, but it's all fractal. You can look at it on any chart, any timeline you want. All of these setups are fractal. You can look at it on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 2 minute. You just have to know the overall, you know what I'm saying, bias on the higher time frames. And then these right here, these are just for like, you know what I'm saying, jumping in, you know what I'm saying, hitting. This is a good way to hit. Like the first one that I did, I hit 17 points off the melting butter, and then I hit 13 points off of the other one. So let me see. So on the melting butter, I got in at 44.72.25. Let me put this back up on the screen. Right. So on the melting butter, my entry for the melting butter was 44.72.25. I mean, golly, Tim, I put 52. I don't know, but my dyslexia acting up. 25, right? So the entry was 44.72.25. And then my exit price was 44.54.75. 44.54.75, right? And let me pull up a calculator. All right, so 44.72.25 minus 44.54.75, 17.5 points, 17 and a half points, right? 17 and a half points time. So 17.5 times 4 is 4 ticks in a point. That's 70 ticks. 70 ticks on the MES. 70 ticks on the MES times 1.25. That's $87 on the MES and 50 cents. And then on the ES, you move it 2 places. That's $875. You move it 1 place, I'm sorry. $875 on the ES, on the ES for 1 contract on the melting butter trade that I did today. And then for the other trade, my entry was what's this line? 44.82. This trade over here, I'm just calling it the fair value gap. I don't have a name for it. 44. What I said? 44.82. 44.82. Right, and my exit, it wasn't that far on this one here. My exit was right there at 44.69.25. 44.69.25. Right, and that's, let me see what that is. 44.82 minus 44.69 point. What I said? I can't read my own writing. 25 equals 12 and 3/4. So that's almost 13 points. So 12 and 3/4, 12 points, 3 ticks, right? So 12.75. That's times 4. That's a little bit small of a trade. Times 4. That's 51 ticks. 51 ticks. 51 times 1.25. So that's $63.75. So $63.75 on the MES and $637.50 on the ES. Right. So that's what those 2 trades paid. Right there, and that's 1 contract. One contract. All right, let me go back to camera. Man, my mouse is get off the whacker, man. My mouse drives me crazy. And that's Chris in the back with his samurai sword. Okay, where we at? It would be cheaper once it bounces up. I see the green bounce gives you the confirmation to go ahead and into knowing it will break lower. Yeah, that's if you're gonna take it running at you. You gotta try the MIT to enter as well. Try to what MIT? What's that? I'm lost. What's MIT, Spice? Let me see. MIT. I don't know. I'm losing it down now. Are we charting on the 15-minute? Looking for an entry on 3 and 5. Whatever, it's all fractal. So whatever time frame you want to chart on, whatever time frame you want to look for the liquidity hunts on, that's up to you. Just know what time frame is looking for the liquidity on. The higher the time frame is looking for the liquidity, the more it's gonna have to move. Chris, look outside and see if that's Mr. Demetrius. Look out the peephole. Yeah, that is him. Give him that lens that's hanging on the door. Tell him I'm on live. Give him that lens that's hanging on the door. I used the 5 minute to end. Yeah, it's all fractal. It's all about like however you see it the best. Like whatever time frame you see it the best on. Excuse me, that's what you stick to because all of the setups are fractal. They work. You know what I'm saying? They work. Like matter of fact, you can see like if I show like I showed yesterday how I'm watching my main setup right now on the daily chart. We went down into liquidity, swing high was formed, swing low was formed. We broke it right there. The next day created a fair value gap, and now I'm waiting for the trade. Now we trade back down into it. Now I'm waiting on my confirmation. Are we gonna go up? Are we gonna go down? I'm just waiting on the confirmation right now to see which way we gonna be going. But it's my same. That's my liquidity run reversal setup. Dipped into the liquidity. Swing high, swing low, broke it with some force. The very next day, created a fair value gap. Traded back down into the gap. Are we gonna hit here and keep going? Are we gonna keep going down? That it's all fractal. It's all fractal. They work on all the different time frames. All right. Thanks for showing me how to enter on future trades. I need to see more examples, but I always wonder how to enter on NinjaTrader. Yeah, with NinjaTrader, it's a couple different ways you can enter on NinjaTrader, right? Let me switch over. It's a couple different ways you can enter on NinjaTrader. So, right, this box over here, this is called the what is that called? Chart Trader. This is called the Chart Trader box over here, right? So on the Chart Trader box, when it's like you can either buy market, right? Let me switch this over to sim. We in playback, so I ain't worried. So you can either buy market, that means get me in at whatever price. You can buy the ask or you can buy the bid, right? You always want to buy the bid. That's the cheaper. It's just like a spread on options. You know what I'm saying? You buying, you got the bid, you got the ask. It's the spread. So you buying the lower price, right? And then if you want to sell, you can sell the market, get me in at whatever price, sell the ask, or sell the bid. You always want to sell the ask. You want to sell at the higher price, right? And so you can watch the bid and the ask right here. Over here, it's got the ask and the bid. And you can watch it. And when the ask, like if you're trying to sell and the ask get to your price, boom, you just hit sell ask. If you want to buy and the bid get to your price, boom, you hit buy bid. Or you can right click on the screen and see how it says buy limit 1 at 4475 If you click that, boom, it'll put an order at that price. You know what I'm saying? And if the price is, you know what I'm saying, if the price is right now the price is above me, so the buy is at the top, right? If the price was below me, the sell would be at the top. But what you saw me do earlier, the price was above me and I wanted to sell. That's why I hit a sell stop. That's what I'll be talking about when the computer be going and running sell stops, because people have their sell stops down here waiting if they in a long position. So, you know what I'm saying, the price is above you, so you put a sell stop down there and it'll come down and it'll just get you into a position because you don't have any orders on, right? So them all the different ways you can get into a trade on NinjaTrader. It's real simple. It's all about knowing your price. You want to know your price, you want to get in at, and once you know your price, look, if you selling, when the ask hit your price, boom, hit sell ask. If you buying and the bid hit your price, hit buy bid. If you just want to right click and set your price for it to come get you, if the price above you and you buying, right? You just click buy. If the price above you and you selling, you'll put in a sell stop. If the price below you and you buying, you'll put in a buy stop. If the price above you and you selling, then you'll just put in a sell limit. Right? That's it. Hopefully I didn't confuse myself on that. But them the different ways you can get in on NinjaTrader. We all we got. That's what I'm talking about, King Illy. We all we got. It did after 11:30 or so. We all we need, Spice. Yeah, you do have to be patient. You caught 32 points today on what? The ZB? You caught 32 on the ZB? But 32 on the ZB, nasty. You got 32 on what? Oh, market of touch. Oh, market of touch. You talk about with what's that? Like an entry? Oh, I never even looked at that. I never even looked at that before. Tell you the truth, Spike. That's what that MIT mean. Market of touch. I never even looked at that. Oh, ES. 32 on ES still good. 32 on ES, that's, man, 32 piece. As Lex say, 32 piece all flats. All right. I agree with you, Tim. Okay. I don't know what you're agreeing with me on, but I appreciate that, Spice. Do you offer coaching? I ain't a coach or a mentor, but I answer questions. I ain't a coach or a mentor, but I answer questions. So if you got a question, just DM me on IG. Matter of fact, that's why I be doing these lunchtime lessons, cause people ask a question, so I just come on and do a lunchtime lesson, and then I also do Tim's Tidbit every Sunday at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tap in. I go live on Sunday, and it be the live on Sunday be more structured. I have slides and all that. Matter of fact, if you want to go back and look at go back and look on my YouTube. I got a playlist that say Tim's Tidbit Live, and if it's a Tim's Tidbit, if you click on the link, it's probably a link. It should be a link in this description. You click on that link, it'll say download the slides. You can click on that link, it'll take you to a Google Drive folder, and you can download all the slides that I ever used for Tim's Tidbit. I see you back there, Samurai. You can download any slides that I did for any Tim's Tidbit if you want to look over the slides and follow along, or if you just want to download the slides, because everything I talk about, I put it on the slides and then I just go through it live. I may elaborate a little bit more while I'm talking, but the slides got all the information already. Oh, it's a game changer. That market of touch is a game changer. I got to check. I'm gonna have to start back testing that. All right, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up no more. I've been on here for almost 50 minutes. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Hey, it's good seeing you, Spice. Yeah, we can collab anytime. Just let me know. Just let me know. I'm a DM you my number. I'm gonna DM you my number, Spice. On IG. I follow you on IG, right? Yeah. Yeah, cause it's like the real Raven or something like that. Let me see. Let me check it real quick. Ain't it's like the real Raven, Spice, on IG? What is it? What's your IG, Spice? I know I follow you. The greatest Raven. That's it. It's the greatest Raven, right? Greatest underscore Raven. I said the real. The greatest underscore rave, right? That's you. All right. I'm a DM. All right, Spice. I'm a DM you. I'm a DM you. I'm gonna say what come after L, fool, and then if it's the right one, you gonna just respond back, Bo, right? Just respond back, Bo. BOW. I'm gonna say what come after L, fool, and then you just respond back, Bo. And if you respond back with Bo, then I'm gonna shoot you my number to make sure I'm sending it to the right person. What comes after L, fool, and then you just respond back, Bo. Cause what comes after L? Bo. Boom. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Till the next time.